Hey, what's up guys, this is Bellagio. I hope you guys are doing great. Well, today's video is going to be part 2, kind of like a continuous part from my previous video talking about team preparation for treasure map. So I came back with more improvement in terms of if you wanted auto plus, what can you do? Unfortunately for auto plus, only available with the full batch team. So if you don't have full batch team, it's going to be difficult to have auto plus version. And then some teams, some correction that I found on the intruder teams, and then also some improvement, some other variations that you can set up. All right, without further ado, let's jump into it. So the first one is going to be against our boss. So the team that I'm showing here in the screen is the auto plus with the full batch team. Okay, so the key is you want to have you want to launch Harudin special on second turn, and by doing that you need Usopp's, finally I found it, Usopp's as a support, so that on the second battle then he will activate a support special, which is what we want, because right here we need a Harudin special to launch. Okay, and I think that is the only thing that we need. We can test again when the treasure map drops tomorrow. Then on the last stage, basically I changed position a little bit. I put Gerd on the left and Stanson on the left because my assumption is that when we use auto plus, the algorithm is going to run from this captain position, and then this would be the second position, and then this Sanji will be the third position. So I believe, my assumption is the algorithm will run position 1, which is captain, and then Zoro, and then Sanji special. So I want Sanji and Zoro special to activate it before coming to Stanson and Gerd, because if they activate it before, then you can get, you know, the Eve clause on their special. Yeah, that's why I switched position a little bit here, and I want to make sure that I put all these just to make sure that they activated special. Okay, so that will be it for the auto plus against the boss team on the full batch case. And yeah, no questions about auto plus on the non-full batch, okay, because non-full batch is likely really hard to do. So I came up with variation on the non-full batch version. Still the same. I think the main characters, the main 5 front line, still the same, but I changed a little bit on the support, because I found that many of you might not have like the support that I mentioned, I provided earlier, which will cancel the 2 turns of the slot barriers. But with this one, we just changed all the block slot to rainbow slots, so that well, at least you will have 3 rainbow slots, which are Imu and Sanji, Reiju, and then Chopper from this Chirauchi support. And this will ensure that the left hand side are at least a matching slot, so you have the whole full bot of matching slot. So with Chirauchi on Luffy, definitely gonna get you through the slot barrier. But if you don't have this, you can go back to my previous version, which is this one. Oh, I already updated it. Oh, this one, there you go. So having the what was her name, Stussy, and this Zoro, you don't need the slot change support. All right, now let's move on to Intruder's team. Intruder's team here, I did change something because I realized that with my setup as Harudin as a captain previously in my previous video, it's not gonna work. Why? Because Harudin will be special bind and he will be special reverse 2 turns, so you cannot activate, even though you activate his special super class, his special will not be ready to activate. Therefore I need to move Harudin from our captain and move him down to bottom row as shown in the screen. Move him down to the bottom row, and then he will not be special reversed. So with this method, then you can activate his super class It can be activated as a crewmate. Okay, so yeah, activate his super class. He will unlock himself from spatial binds and then use his special that will unlock everyone's spatial bind. Okay, so that would be the key why we have to move Harudin on the bottom, and then we move Luffy up on the becoming a captain. I remove now what is it? What's his name? Chopper. I remove Chopper out and replace it with Zoro. And we don't have to worry about these 2-turn spatial reverse. Why? Because now that we have Luffy as our captain and his captain ability, if you launch spatial of I think it's Straw Hat's crew, and that include Harudin and some of the giants, but it does include Harudin. Let me double check. Yeah, as you can see here, it was said if 2 or more Elbaf are on the crew, and then Straw Hats basically, and then Bunny, Dory, Brokey, Oimu, Kashi, or Harudin. So Harudin is included in this list. Therefore, if you use Harudin special, then everyone's in the crew will get special charge time reduced by 2 turns. So that will be taken care of by Luffy. Therefore, we don't need Chopper there anymore. And because of that, this kind of gives us to use Chopper as a support. And what does Chopper do? Chopper says on stage, on battle 3, activate support character super effect. This means activated Harudin superclass, and that's what we want. Activate Harudin superclass on stage 3, on battle 3, and that's what we need, right? Luffy will have Usopp as support, so that on second stage he will launch his special. So basically, it's kind of work out perfectly. This setup is gonna give you auto plus against intruder, but unfortunately, this is the only team that's going to work with the full batch version. If you don't have Harudin jump, then it's not gonna work. Sorry about that. If you have Luffy and Harudin, actually it does not need to be full batch. Just these 2 characters, it should work. I mean, yeah, it should work. I put Sanji there, I mean, just for the heck of it, but you don't need it. Yeah, just want to make sure that Zoro goes first. My assumption is that if I put Sanji on Zoro, would that mean the algorithm of the auto plus will read that, hey, Zoro has to launch special before Stanson and Gert or not? So I want to test that. If it does, that's gonna be even better. Okay, so this will be the full batch team against the intruder auto plus. Next is this team I gave you in my previous video, already talked about it. They are pretty good. However, the drawback is that the treasure point is not as high. So some people are complaining like, hey, Bell, this team, it's gonna carry you further along the way. However, what we want is we want to just get to the target goal, which is 30 million or something points in treasure map, and then that's it. That's all we want. Then I have another team for you. This team gives you a lot of points against intruders, but will not give you a lot of damage output. However, at the beginning of treasure map, it should do fine. Okay, so let me explain how it works. So you have Luffy. You will launch Luffy special on stage 2 against his cat, and basically just clear. Okay, and on the position on the bottom right and middle right, I put Imu, and I'm not sure if you guys have him, but it's Kuma and excuse me, Kuma and Ivankov. If you have them, you can put them there. If you don't have them, actually it's not really important. At least you have Imu, then you will be missing just 1 unit. It should still be fine. So that being said, you can actually plug in anything that is, give you more point if you don't really care. So I said everyone should have this version of RODO. So you can put RODO in and you can have more points, okay? But keep in mind that he will be gone after stage 2 because he'll be blown away, right? And then all you have to worry about, all you have to worry about really is just maybe just get rid of the 10 turns of burn. How would you get rid of that? So if you have this Usopp, plug him there, and then together with this support, that will get rid of 3 turns of burns. But if you don't have this Usopp, I mean, it's not the end of the world. At the end, you might have like 3 turns of burns left, and all you have to do is just don't hit perfect, okay? So that being said, you can replace this with something else too, something like give you the highest point that you want, okay, in the game. So yeah. What else? Shirahoshi support here is a must. Sorry guys, sorry to say that, but this Shirahoshi here is a must. If you don't have her, it's gonna be tough for you, because what we need to do is we need to be able to change your slot into something that they cannot change again. So in this case, it's gonna have to be Shirahoshi, because she changed she changed your support. She changed your slot to Rainbow Shield. Okay. And that should be it. I mean, this team is synergy is not that good. The Luffy boosting what? Luffy boosting int and striker, while Harudin boost striker and powerhouse. So yeah, the only 2 characters that gonna be boosted by both captains are these 2, Usopp and RODO, and RODO is gonna be blown away. So yeah, maybe do this. Keep RODO in because he's gonna hit harder. Something like this. Okay, so I'll keep this video short. I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.